Make it and 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 mic check, mic check, mic check, 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 check. What is going on, people? What is popping? Welcome back to the market. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. If you guys can hear me clearly coming into the airways, not the airwise, give me a quick thumbs up and let's get the show on the road, people. Good morning. Welcome back. Hopefully all is well with you and the fam. We did have ourselves a pretty interesting day yesterday. I mean, the market did start off pretty hot before having some significant drawdowns, but we did also get some news about Michael Burry yesterday. That was some of the most interesting things we've heard in a long period of time. So I want to break that down to kick off today's live. If you haven't already, guys, smash that like button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the gang. And for those of you guys who've been here before, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get back into it. So yesterday we had some very interesting news about Michael Burry and his new position, taking puts on Palantir for 2027, thinking that the stock could come as low as $1, which is roughly a 99% drawdown from where it's currently trading. It itself is a little bit insane, but nonetheless, we've come to expect things like this before from Michael Burry. And out of respect for somebody who has called the end of the world, a few times, but been correct once, we're going to take a look at the response from the CEO of Palantir the last time that Michael Burry had this crazy idea, because this isn't the first time that Michael Burry has publicly spoken about how it is an overvalued company. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, Palantir's CEO on Michael Burry's and how he thinks he is bat shit crazy. Here we go.
That expected fourth quarter guidance. Shares down in the pre-market this morning. We'll talk about that as well. But joining us right now is somebody we've been talking about, frankly, all morning. Alex Karp is with us, Palantir's CEO. Alex, it is so good to see you this morning. We had your biographer on the broadcast before, and we're speaking about you now in third person, but now we're doing it in first person. The earnings were a blowout, I think, across the board. We can talk about maybe why the stock market reacting the way it is. But, I was listening to the call yesterday, and I wanted to, just for those who didn't get an opportunity to hear it, I think you made some fascinating points about why you think this company and maybe even yourself are so misunderstood.
Well, there are lots of easy ways to misunderstand me. I misunderstand myself, and it's not like the super conventional playbook thing. Look, we're an anti-playbook company. If you want to do the personal version, I'm like this dyslexic, formerly and I believe currently still left of center, who actually sticks up for progressive values, which triggers TDS loving people, because I think the Democrats aren't no longer progressive. And then the company is built in a truly sui generis, unique way, which would only be possible in America, and actually explodes every assumption of how an expert would build a software business. The more you actually know about building software, the more odd, unique, and inexplicable our rise in success, and I would say domination on the enterprise software battlefield looks and is. And then I would say one of my main issues is Palantir, because we called a lot of things that are kind of establishment views that often are viewed as kind of being super woke into question in every single assumption of Palantir. The people who piled in to Palantir were people investing their own money, often people who are not in the investor class, non-experts. And even till today, the experts sit on the sideline and say, hey, this can't be true, while the average American who invested in Palantir, and for the first time, maybe arguably since World War II, average Americans got venture returns investing in Palantir. So you have this massive divide between the average person who evaluated themselves and the expert class that still was working on assumptions that have historically not been true, that obviously, if you look at the earnings, if you actually look at, we grew the company, I'll go through if you want to go through the numbers, but extraordinary results. Yep. And then the expert class is weak-kneed and the retail people are all in. So, but in fairness,
but that's what I wanted to ask you about. In terms of the because there is a misunderstanding. Clearly, you look at the analysts. Most analysts, think that this stock is overpriced. You have people like Michael Burry out there shorting it. Everybody who's shorted this stock thus far has been on the losing end of it. And I'm trying to understand, just if you look at sort of the growth trajectory, the sales, how much of the sales, frankly, I think actually even there was a huge part coming from even existing customers, and just what the scale of this thing ultimately looks like in your mind.
Okay, there are two parts. Of course, when I hear short sellers attacking what I believe is clearly the most important software company in America, and therefore in the world in terms of our impact, simply to make money, and trying to call the AI revolution into question, where we have this anomalous numbers, 114, rule of 40, et cetera. It just is super triggering, because these people, they could pick on any company in the world. They have to pick on the one that actually helps people, that actually has made money for the average person, that is actually supporting our warfighters. Why do they have to go after us? And I'll tell you what, though, it's crazy motivating, because I'll tell you why the short sellers are constantly getting screwed by Palantir. Because every time they short us, we just are like tripling down on getting the better numbers, and honestly, to make them poorer. But okay, so the question.
Now, this has got to be some of the most based, direct, frustrating, angry CEO chatter I've heard in years. This man just said, part of the reason why we try so hard to be successful is to do better, but also to make short sellers poor. Just to be clear, his words, not mine. A part of the motivation to do so well isn't just so we can see what the company can do or do the best that we possibly can. No, it's to make those who doubt us broke. That is partly what motivates CEO of Palantir, which is why I'm showing you guys this interview, because him and Michael Burry are going to be like Batman and Joker for as long as Palantir exists, I guess.
Of the actual power of the business and what is it worth. I mean, at the end of the day, one of the things that is actually in the book, the biography, and that I actually think you always have to ask is the person persuasive or are they right? And across all sorts of movements, political, I mean, you see this on the regressive part of the Democratic Party. We're about to probably have a complete disaster. I was born in New York. But if you actually said, do these things actually work? Everyone's like, of course I'm not going to vote for that. But instead they ask, does it work in theory? The theoreticians, you have to ask, how often have you been right? And Palantir is about pragmatic decisions that create unfair advantages for America and its allies. And on that, we've been right for almost 20 years on all major decisions, and I believe we'll be right going forward. Now, you could argue, I don't know, they're constantly but they thought Palantir was overvalued at 10. They thought it was overvalued at 20. I'm not even here saying what the valuation is. I'm just saying, find a company in the world that has a rule of 114, that has U.S. commercial growing at 121%, that aggregate growth in the U.S. is 77%, that has throwing off free cash flow in a way that's anomalous, and that is fully aligned with our customers. And you figure out the value, but they're in the business of being skeptical and being wrong, and we're in the business of giving an unfair advantage to American workers, American warfighters, and our investors.
Being short is a very difficult place to be, because you can lose everything, right? You can drive these people into the ground.
Thank God.
Like that. Michael Burry put a really big bet on it. It's almost $1 billion. It's $912 million. That's a big step for him to put into that. When you say you redouble your efforts, what do you do? What do you go back in?
Well, first of all, he's actually putting a short on AI. So the way I read it was us and NVIDIA, and it's like he's
the biggest position is you, though.
Yeah,
I'm just looking through all of his
great.
shorts.
Okay. So, and then, by the way, with the shorts, it's very complex. It's not even clear that, honestly, I think what is going on here is market manipulation. We delivered the best results anyone's ever seen. It's not even clear he's not doing this to get out of his position. I mean, these people, they claim to be ethical, but, they're actually shorting one of the great businesses of the world. And I'm not against shorting as a matter of theory, but I'm just saying, pick something that is not doing a noble task, and, it's us against them, and that's a good position for us. I mean, look, when you're printing a rule of 114, again, people who aren't technical, I think roughly an incredible score, like an Olympic grade score on Rule of 14 is like 50. I mean, that's roughly like if you're between 50 and 7, you're an Olympic athlete, a unique implement athlete. This is like Michael Phelps like score, like Michael Jordan. Like there are no scores like this. There and 121 growth off of almost a 1.5 run rate in U.S. commercial, and a 77% growth in the U.S. and an aggregate off of an aggregate base of $4.5 billion. By the way, I predicted we'd get here. So, it's like if you want to short that, be my guest. You go ahead. We're just going to go do our things. I mean, look, I'll tell you, there's a tale of two cities in our society. We need experts versus retail. And you see it like, I don't know why these newspapers are helping Mandani win. I don't know why we can't have honest discussions about our future. I don't know why we have to allow fentanyl attack. But it's almost always sympathy for the expert that doesn't need it, the short seller that has some ridiculous reason for doing something against. I mean, most of GDP growth in this country is because of AI. The real question is, how do we grow that and expose workers? What is the worker available GDP? That's the question for our society. Instead of aligning on that, we've got these completely. And again, if the numbers weren't there.
Now, you guys can see just in this rant alone how sometimes he gets a little off track. We went from talking about his company to New York City to the U.S. economy, back to short sellers, back to New York, back to his company, back to the U.S. economy, back to our kids' future. And I'm guessing he's going to end off by going back to his company again. It's a lot. It is a lot. But nonetheless, that is what Michael Burry brings out of people when he says, I am going to short your company. So this is going to be the beginning of the second chapter of the Palantir short, in my personal opinion here. We're going to hear a lot about this over the next little while here with Palantir, and just expect that, this is going to be going on for a while. Palantir did just reach back up towards $179 as late as yesterday, which means it was really only 15% from all-time highs again. I mean, don't get me wrong, Palantir was trading at basically $100 at the end of June, beginning of July, right? It wasn't that long ago. So it basically went on a run from June 29th all the way till yesterday of 68%. Meanwhile, Michael Burry apparently being short this whole time. So this is going to be a very interesting time in the market. Let's just finish off this video for you guys.
Great, be my guest. But then the numbers are there. So then you're not. It's not even clear he's actually shorting us. It's probably just, how do I get my position out and not look like a fool? I don't know, but I do think this behavior is egregious, and I'm going to be dancing around when it's proven wrong.
Right. Alex, we've heard a lot of talk from the likes of a Michael Burry, but more broadly about whether we're in an AI bubble, whether the economics make sense. Clearly, in the context of Palantir, they do make sense insofar as you're printing money over there. Not everybody in the AI space is printing money in the same way, and they're spending an enormous amount on chips, data centers, and the like. How do you see the broader space right now in terms of just how things are developing?
There are two subtle issues in AI. What is the addressable market, and what is the addressable market for things that work? Meaning you make more money and the quality of the money is higher. So top line and bottom line grow. Palantir, we're in the business of a part of the addressable market where it works and it can be quantifiable, either commercially or on the battlefield. So clearly, and over time, you're going to have Pareto optimality, meaning that every part of the stack is going to have to create more value than they charge. That's just obvious. And if that doesn't happen, it will be a bubble. And, I'm sorry, short sellers can't tell the difference between products that work and products that don't. But these numbers should show you that there's a part of the market that, to quote you, is printing cash. And it looks like that part of the market is the part we own. There's a separate question, by the way, which I think is equally relevant. What part of the GDP growth is available for workers? What we call worker available GDP. And that's like one of the unique things about Palantir is whether it's on the battlefield, like the people writing the scripts for these very complicated operations, or building batteries or doing things on the factory floor are being enhanced by our product. And those two questions are going to define arguably the future of what happens in this country. Does GDP grow because of AI, which only can happen if there's Pareto optimality, or in what the way we see it, the customer pays less than the value they create, which is abnormal, not exactly equal Pareto optimality. And that, it's unknown, honestly. You have this massive growth, but currently, as far as I can tell, the two companies he's shorting are the ones making all the money, which is super weird. Like, the idea that chips and ontology is what you want to short is batshit crazy.
And he has made all of that very, very, very clear. One time for our guy, Alex Karp, CEO of Palantir, CEO of the newest short attack from Michael Burry. We'll see which one comes out swinging. Oh my days. We are back, people. Okay. So let's break this down. Because, I mean, look. This whole Michael Burry short thing, it's fun to talk about. But, whether or not it comes into fruition or not, your guess is as good as mine. At this point in time, Palantir has printed something that I would describe as a potential daily reversal candle. And this coming at the time where Burry also has made a statement about being short the company is interesting. Now, the way that I would dress this up, very simply put, if Palantir does drop back down below yesterday's lows, roughly 170.87, I could easily see there being a drawdown back towards roughly that 156 range. Anything in this range is where I'd see a little bit of a drawdown. Okay? And that's just off the technicals without Michael Burry being short. Just keep that part in mind. Now, a lot of software names yesterday were doing very well for themselves. Let's start off here with DDOG, that did have a crazy day yesterday, up 11%. Just off the jump, ripped and kept itself high all day. Adobe also saw a breakout, seeing highs we have not seen since, the first day of June, to be fair. And before that, highs we have not seen since March 2026. Adobe's had themselves quite a year. TTWO also doing absolutely fantastic this morning. Crazy day so far. GRR doing well. CRM also had a great day. Now, Palantir, Snow, Microsoft, all having themselves some great days yesterday. Microsoft still printing a daily reversal setup here. Still looking for some drawdown here. A few of these software names actually could probably use some cautionary tales. A very interesting time right now in the market. Anyways, for those of you guys who just jumped in here, if you guys haven't yet, guys, of course, smash the like button, engage the video. For those of you guys who have been here for a minute, guys, drop in whatever names you guys are looking at into the chat, and we will be pulling them up here bit by bit by bit. For those of you guys who want to live trade with the team, with the gang, guys, the link in the description below, guys, to live trade with us throughout August. There's an amazing deal going on right now. Link should be in the description. Feel free to go check that out. Michael Burry. Publicly come out as shorting this company. Yeah, this is interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Microsoft does have, let me take a look at Microsoft's flow yesterday. Does have a little bit of a reversal here. I just want to see. Net premiums are still strong. Okay. Snow, Palantir, now, CRM, okay. Cheeker, TDWO, Adobe, DDOG, okay. Some of these names are up huge. Copper names are up huge yesterday. FCX is on the verge of breaking out here. Same thing with TOB. TOB is also on the verge of breaking out here. Interesting. TGB, my apologies. So a lot of these copper names are on the verge of breaking out, and they look very, well, strong, but they've been consolidating here for months, if not all of 2026. Something I would just keep in mind. FCX, same thing. And this bad boy is already gone. MP's up. Let's take a look here. Okay, let's go through the semis. I think the semis may be where, yeah, we're starting to see a lot of strength this morning. SNDK is up again. SNDK has gone through a significant drawdown since its head and shoulder pattern here, but it's trying to hold up. If it does hold up above roughly 1,187, I can see it's pushing back up towards 1,500, but it needs to hold up over those recent lows. Nvidia currently up 1% this morning here, looking to top back over that 225 range here again, trying to, well, I guess work back against everything that it's lost yesterday. MU up 1.5%, SMCI with a significant reversal candle here. Now, SMCI also has earnings after hours tonight, so this should be a very interesting daily print. SMCI has earnings after hours tonight. All chips should be on watch. Sound with a double inside day. Whoa. Sound with a double inside day. This outside move could be huge. I'll be watching for Thursday's highs or lows. Tesla green this morning, the pre-market. It's trying to push back above 330, 333. If Tesla breaks above 333, I can see it's going back up towards 340 today. 340, 342. Simply put. Meta, not bad. Another ugly daily print on Meta. Netflix looks great today, actually. That was a solid daily print yesterday, breaking over a key level of resistance for Netflix. So if Netflix can base over this $75 range here, it looks good. Apple flat this morning. Apple needs to see it's just some sort of price action above 310. Amazon also needs to see a move back above 278. And then Google kind of sitting in no man's land at this moment, which is fine. Riot has some sort of Anthropic deal overnight. It's currently up 18% this morning. Huge move there. But we're also starting to see a lot of these other crypto names moving as well. CLSK currently up 4%. Mara up 4%. Hut up basically 4%. Cypher up 3%. Wolf, Hive, Coin, MSTR all green. Still waiting to see Coin break out here. Very interesting. CoreWeave has earnings tonight, so the technicals for CoreWeave are kind of, not as important as whatever's going to happen tonight. And the implied volatility with these options are going to be very, very, very expensive. Please be very careful. It could be a very strong day for CoreWeave. It could be a very weak day. But either way, after hours, they report earnings, which will be the deciding factor for this ticker going into the end of the week. Let's just see what other earnings there are tonight, shall we? Let's take a little peek. For those of you guys who haven't yet, guys, of course, smash the like button, engage the video. For those of you guys who already have, thank you guys very much. Appreciate you. All right. So today we have, no, that's not, that can't be right. That can't be right. Today we have SMCI, CoreWeave, Light, Fly, Kava, Uami, all these names in the after hours. Tomorrow morning, Nimbus, NBIS, huge. Cisco, Cerberus, StubHub. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Nvidia is almost up 2%, which is huge. For those of you guys from the Discord, you guys know I added to the swing position yesterday for Nvidia. So if everything works out this morning, these should be extremely green. We'll see how this pans out, but really liking the way that this is looking this morning. Slowly but surely getting there. Really like how this is getting there. I think I have an earnings trade for later on in this week as well. Not for tonight, but But I'm pretty sure I have an earnings trade for tomorrow afternoon. A nice YOLO, a nice lotto. I'll need to check things out, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. We're not seeing too many names open up this morning, but open up very green this morning. But the names that are opening up pretty nice. Circle currently up 3% this morning, which means Circle shares that we have are up 5%. CrowdStrike's up 5%. Teams up 40%. We're liking this. ONDS is up. Amazon, Meta, SMCI. Good. Rivian. Okay. Let's take a look at AMC here, guys. It has been pulling on back. It looks like AMC is going to come back down to test this gap fill here at roughly 210. It couldn't hold on to that 9 EMA. It cracked below it on Thursday. It got bought back up nicely on Friday. It failed to hold yesterday. We could be seeing a drawdown towards this gap fill at roughly 205, 210. And that wouldn't shock me at all. Retesting the highs that we saw all the way back here in January. Let's take a look here at Reddit. Consolidating here, not bad. Unity, not bad. Nokia's up a little bit. Trying to hold up here. Really trying to. The volume's been dipping on this pullback here. If Nvidia can recapture $10 in the next few days, this could turn to a very solid reversal setup here. Could. Open Door needs a lot of work. GameStop needs to recover from yesterday. Yesterday's daily candle looked ugly on GameStop. I'm not gonna lie. It needs a lot of work there as well. A lot. Uber currently a little bit red this morning here, but it's been on a phenomenal run. I just want to see if Uber can kind of break and base over $80. We haven't seen Uber over $80 since January. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, but I know Uber's gonna change eventually. Oklo slightly green this morning. We want to see if Oklo can get a little bit of a bull stepping in. Oracle slightly green this morning as well. Like it. I like it a lot. Not bad. Tomorrow, let's take a look at the economic calendar. We do have CPI tomorrow. So keep that part in mind. We do have CPI tomorrow morning, so, make sure you have that on the calendar if you're going to swing anything overnight, because it can get a little crazy. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave things there for now. As solid starts the pre-market, hopefully a lot of our swings open up very green this morning here, and we can kind of coast into the afternoon session. I am looking to see what can hold up and where the support levels are. The Qs and the SPY both look like bull pennants going into the market open, so they need to hold above this 9 EMA to remain looking as strong as they have been in the pre-market in towards the market open. Outside of that, guys, I'm watching Nvidia, I'm watching Tesla, I'm watching CoreWeave, I'm watching Oracle, and that's what I got my eyes on this morning. If you haven't already, smash the like button, guys. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. If you want a live trade with the gang once the market opens for the month of August, link in the description below, guys. Do not miss out on that deal. Outside of that, I will catch you guys on the flip side Twitch. You got some points for you. All right, everybody, enjoy your morning. We'll catch you guys later. Tomorrow, same place, same time. Deuces.